Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do the roof, and we're going to use that same porch piece that we had built. We're going to duplicate it, then we're going to stack it up top here. Now it locked to the front here for me. You can just move it in the Y 3. Then you can see it's flush with the roof here, but I want it up 0.25. So that's where I want it. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to make it flush with the building all the way around. And then when we're done, we're going to merge all the faces or join them, and then we're going to scale it so that there's just a little bit of an overhang, and just add a little bit of dimension. But to start it, just make it flush. So we're going to just kind of duplicate these pieces around. And now I'm going to leave this, there's going to be a spot in the middle where it doesn't match up perfectly, and we're going to have to make a smaller block for that, and I'll show you why in a minute. Alright, we're close here. Now I can duplicate this and move it in the X, but you'll see here, so I'm stopping here. This is only 2 meters wide just because the building's asymmetric in the front, and so in the end what I'm going to do is just duplicate this and move it 3, but you're going to see there's some Z fighting now. You would never see it if you don't go to the top of the building. If you're worried about that being seen and you're a bit of a perfectionist, we'll just change the size of this. So remember, it's selecting the whole block right now, and if we just scale it in the Y, so SY 0.6 repeating, that will be just right. And then grab the other one, do that same thing, SY and 0.6 repeating, enter to lock that in. Now the only thing is the face is still not correct, so if you really want to be the perfectionist about it, the mapping can be improved. You pick the face, tab into edit mode, and then all I want to do is just change the top face, so make sure you're in face select mode here, pick the top face, because you saw there it was picking the entire object, and I don't care about the pieces we can't see right now. And we're going to also scale this in the Y 0.6 repeating, and then GY, and if it's constrained to bounds, it'll line up just right there. Tab out, and pick this block, tab back into edit mode, pick just the top face, SY 0.6 repeating, and then GY, drag it down. Alright, so that takes care of the base for the roof, or the basics of the roof. The only thing I want to do now is, like I said before, let's pick all the roof pieces, tab out of edit mode here, pick all the roofing pieces, and then we're going to join these, and then we're going to find it over here and call it roof. And then we're going to scale it, so just hit, and we're only going to scale it in the X and Y dimensions. If we scale it in the Z, it'll also get taller in height. So if we just hit S 1.1, it's going to be not what we want. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to go S Shift Z, which constrains it to the sorry, I'm going to escape out of that. You see where this center point is, where it's all the way over here? I want it in the center of the object. So go Object, Transform, Origin to Center of Mass, and that will move it so it will scale correctly for us. So then go S, Shift Z, 1.05, and that's going to give us just a little bit of an overhang, and I like that. Now the only other thing you can do here is this has this little interesting piece sort of sticking out as well, and if you want, you can copy this. We won't be able to do it now. You'll have to build it. So if you want that additional overhang, you can grab this piece, and let's do 3 of them, I guess. Actually, let's do 4 of them. Shift D, Y -3, Shift R, and then B to box select them all. Then you can just bring them up here. Now remember, you're going to want to put windows here. So in the end, depending where you want this, you're going to have to put it pretty high. Otherwise, it'll hit the window. I don't know if I like that or not. I may or may not take that out or leave that. So we'll see after we put the windows in. But you can see how you can put this in if you want it. It's just going to add a little bit of dimension to that, which that doesn't look too bad. All right, so that takes care of the roof. We're going to go do the windows next.